It's Week 18, 2024. Tampa Bay is driving late in the game. Mike Evans is sitting on 995 yards, one more catch away from keeping one of the NFL's most unlikely streaks alive. Baker Mayfield drops back, fires over to the left, and Evans pulls it in for a 9-yard reception. Routine on the stat sheet, but historic in reality. With that catch, Evans tied Jerry Rice for the most consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons in NFL history. 11 straight. Jerry Rice, the gold standard of wide receivers. And here's Mike Evans, the definition of consistency, standing shoulder to shoulder with him. Now in 2025, Evans chases something even Jerry Rice never touched, a 12th straight 1,000-yard season. To understand how he got here, you have to know the journey, the highs, the close calls, the chaos, and the consistency that has defined him from the very start.
That Superman taking off from the 4-yard line.
You have to go back to where it started. The year was 2014. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were one of the NFL's forgotten franchises. No playoff appearances in over a decade. A carousel of quarterbacks, coaches, and false starts. Hope was in short supply. Then came a 6'5" wideout receiver out of Texas A&M, taken 7th overall in the NFL draft. At College Station, Evans had been Johnny Manziel's go-to weapon, the big-bodied safety valve who made the Heisman winners improvisation possible. While Manziel got the headlines, Evans was the one making contested grabs against Alabama and LSU, putting his name on NFL draft boards. And from the moment he stepped into the league, Evans proved that he was different. As a rookie, he racked up 1,051 yards and 12 touchdowns. Joining a short list of rookies in NFL history to hit 1,000 yards, he had 3 separate games with at least 2 touchdowns, including a jaw-dropping 209-yard performance against Washington. Right away, Evans wasn't just another rookie receiver. He was a problem that defenses had no answer for.
For Evans, he's done it, and he scored!
But nobody would have predicted what would come next. The league is filled with wideouts who burn hot for a season or two before fading away. Consistency is what separates the good from the great. And Evans was about to prove that no matter who lined up under center, no matter how much chaos swirled around him, his production would never waver. From year one, 1,000 yards wasn't the exception, it was the standard. If Evans' rookie year set the standard, the next chapter of his career tested whether he could maintain it. In 2015, the Buccaneers drafted Jameis Winston with the 1st overall pick.
With the first pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jameis Winston, quarterback, Florida State.
Pairing the young quarterback with Evans as the franchise cornerstones. For the next 5 years, Evans was Winston's constant companion, through the highs of a 5,000-yard season and the lows of turnover-filled Sundays. Winston was volatile. One week, he looked like a star.
Incredible, breaks it for the touchdown!
The next, he looked like a disaster. But through it all, Evans remained steady. Year after year, another 1,000 yards. Another season of dominance, regardless of how many interceptions his quarterback threw. And that would become the story of Mike Evans' career. Stability in the most unstable position in sports. Because after Winston came Ryan Fitzpatrick, then Tom Brady, then Baker Mayfield. 4 very different quarterbacks, 4 very different systems, and still the exact same result. 1,000 yards. Every single year. That's what makes the streak so remarkable. Wide receivers are supposed to be the products of their environment, dependent on the play caller, the quarterback, the scheme. Evans broke that rule. No matter who is throwing him the football, he found a way to produce. And it wasn't just quarterbacks. Evans played under Lovie Smith, Dirk Cutter, Bruce Arians, and Todd Bowles. 4 head coaches, 4 offensive philosophies. Some years the Bucs were airing it out. Other years they leaned on the run game. But through constant change, the one guarantee in Tampa Bay's offense was Mike Evans quietly climbing past 1,000 yards. Of course, durability was just as important as talent. The truth is, there were years where the streak came down to the wire. In 2015, his second season, Evans battled a hamstring injury that forced him to miss the opener. He finished the year with 1,206 yards, but most of it came in bunches, and consistency was harder to find. A sophomore year slump never materialized, but it was clear that injuries could slow him down. In 2017, he missed a game due to suspension and fought through a lingering knee issue, finishing with 1,001 yards. Just one less catch or one more drop and the streak might have ended before it truly began. In 2019, he tore his hamstring in Week 14 after a 61-yard touchdown catch, ending his season with 1,157 yards. He had already crossed 1,000, but the injury raised new questions. Could Evans' body keep holding up under the grind? In 2020, Evans kept his streak alive in dramatic fashion. Against division rival Atlanta in the regular season finale, he started hot, grabbing 3 catches for 46 yards in the first quarter. With less than a minute left in the quarter, he hauled in a 20-yard reception, the play that officially pushed him past 1,000 yards for the season. On the very next play, though, he hyperextended his knee in the end zone and had to be helped off. Evans would return for the playoffs, helping Tampa Bay win a Super Bowl. That scare showed just how quickly everything could vanish. Year after year, Evans fought through tweaks, pulls, and bruises. And yet, the number at the end of the season always started with 1 and had more than 3 zeros. Somehow, some way, he always found a way to get there. But now, something was different. For the first 6 years of his career, Evans' brilliance had come in obscurity. He was racking up numbers, building a resume few could match, but doing it for a franchise with no direction. That all changed in 2020. Tom Brady, the 6-time Super Bowl champion, had arrived in Tampa Bay. Suddenly, Evans wasn't just chasing history in the shadows anymore. He was on the biggest stage in football. When the 6-time Super Bowl champ arrived in Tampa, the Buccaneers went from a franchise known for losing to one expected to win immediately. For Evans, it was both a blessing and a challenge. Suddenly, his streak wasn't about surviving chaos. It was about thriving under the biggest spotlight in football. Defenses keyed on him. Coverages doubled him. Yet week after week, Evans produced 1,006 yards and 13 touchdowns. Tom Brady said it best. He's as dependable as they come. If you throw it near him, he's coming down with it.
He's as dependable as they come. He's a great player. So tall, long, dynamic.
That's the kind of player you trust in any situation. The NFC playoffs were unforgiving, but Evans delivered. His 87-yard touchdown in the divisional round helped silence the critics who questioned whether he could dominate in the postseason. Then, in Super Bowl 60, Evans caught 2 critical passes, including a 1-yard touchdown that helped seal the Buccaneers' victory over the Chiefs. By 2022, analysts were starting to catch on. Shannon Sharpe said it on Undisputed. Mike Evans might be the most underappreciated wide receiver in the NFL. 10 straight years, no drop-off.
But all he does every single year is give you 1,000 yards. He plays hard. He plays tough. He gives it everything he possibly can every single Sunday.
And he just put up a 200-yard, 3-touchdown game to send his team to the playoffs. Brady had elevated the franchise, but Evans' streak had elevated him. No longer just the tall, reliable receiver, quietly piling up numbers. He was a champion, a record holder, and a player whose career demanded recognition alongside the greats. By the time the 2024 season rolled around, Mike Evans had already done the impossible.
Physical off the release, a lot of hand checking. Perfect throw by Baker.
10 straight 1,000-yard seasons to begin his career. Nobody in NFL history had ever done that. Not Randy Moss, not Terrell Owens, not even Jerry Rice. But with one more, Evans had a chance to tie the greatest receiver the game had ever known. And yet, this was the season that tested him like no other.
Just barely. Mike saying go quickly.
The miles on his body were starting to show. The nagging hamstring injuries, the ankle tweaks, the bruises from a decade of punishment. On top of that, Evans was catching passes from his 9th starting quarterback in 11 years. No Brady, no stability, just Baker Mayfield, a career journeyman trying to resurrect his own career.
Off the games. I mean, I love that. They just wad it all up in the middle and give Baker a chance.
Evans had no choice. If he wanted the streak alive, if he wanted his name in the same breath as Rice, he had to make it work. Fast forward to week 18.
Evans in stride. Mike Evans has a first down.
Evans entered the finale with 948 yards, 52 short of destiny. Tampa Bay's playoff spot was safe, but the streak? That was in jeopardy. Evans remembered. I wasn't worried about it. Baker was making sure, though. He kept telling me, we're going to get you there. That's the kind of teammate he is.
I mean, all my quarterbacks I'm super appreciative of because they believe in me.
Mayfield made it clear himself. I wasn't leaving that game without Mike getting to 1,000. He deserves that.
Mike deserves that so much. No turnovers to get the ball to 13. Get him this record because he deserves that.
In dramatic fashion, Evans crossed the 1,000-yard mark with just 35 seconds left in the game. His 11th straight. He had tied Jerry Rice.
Mayfield throwing. Evans. He ties it. Jerry Rice has company.
For 11 years, Mike Evans has been the picture of consistency. Every season, no matter the quarterback, no matter the record, no matter the injuries, he found a way to cross 1,000 yards.
Mike Evans with a terrific catch and not much room to work.
And in doing so, he's done something only Jerry Rice has ever done. But here's the truth. Tying Jerry Rice isn't the same as beating Jerry Rice. Evans put it simply in January 2025. To be mentioned with Jerry Rice is an honor, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't want that record outright. That's motivation for me. The media narrative says it best. Jerry Rice's streak was untouchable for 30 years. Now, Mike Evans sits one season away from surpassing it. The 2025 season isn't just another chapter in his career. It's football history in the making. And so it comes down to this. One more season, one more milestone, one more chance to step into a space where not even Jerry Rice can follow. The road won't be easy. He'll be 32 with a career's worth of hits, defenders gunning for him, and every defense in the league knowing exactly what's at stake. And yet, this is who Mike Evans has always been, the quiet superstar, the overlooked legend, the man who never needed hype to build greatness. Just yards, just touchdowns, just results. In 2025, every snap matters. Every route matters. Every catch could be the one that tips the balance between tying history and rewriting it. Because if Mike Evans can get to 1,000 yards one more time, then the streak is his and his alone. Not shared, not tied, his forever. The only question left is this: can he finish the job? If you enjoyed this story, stick with Primetime. Subscribe and check out some more of our other content right here.